The most corrupt, the most powerful man in world soccer showed up to Donald Trump's Board of Peace meeting this week in a red hat. And not just any red hat, a USA hat in that specific shade of red. And if you don't know, this man is Gianni Infantino. He runs FIFA, and he has been on a Trump worshiping tour in the lead up to the 2026 World Cup, which takes place in Mexico, Canada, and of course, the US. And Infantino was giggling at this Board of Peace meeting on camera like a kid who just got invited to sit at the cool kids table. And that would be fine if that cool kids table wasn't at a meeting that should be working towards peace in Gaza. So look, a little background. We know that the World Cup, the 2026 version of it, kicks off in a few months. 16 host cities, 80 matches, a massive economic impact. But with ticket concerns and the threat of ICE targeting visitors, and of course travel bans that have served as a stark reminder, international football, soccer, this is an intrinsically corrupt vehicle for sports washing. That's all it is. And it's supposed to be the biggest sporting event ever held on American soil. And yet it's currently being held hostage by the same man who handed out an award called the FIFA Peace Prize to himself. That's Donald Trump. Which Trump, of course, then used as evidence that Norway screwed him out of the Nobel Peace Prize or whatever. And meanwhile, Trump is showing peace by kidnapping presidents and threatening to steal sovereign lands and putting us on the brink of war with Iran. So now we're at the point where FIFA was inventing fake awards to make a president feel better. And that is where the relationship begins. But it doesn't end there. Gianni Infantino, he's visited Donald Trump more than any other world leader since Trump took office. He's been to Mar-a-Lago. He moved FIFA's North American headquarters to Trump Tower in New York. In December, he showed up with a gold replica of the World Cup trophy and personally, again, invented this FIFA Peace Prize and gave it to Trump. This is the head of world soccer, running the largest single sporting event on the planet. And his strategy right now is to kiss Trump's ass. And this is where it stops being funny. Trump said publicly, out loud, on the record, that he could move World Cup games away from cities that he considers unsafe. Which we know in his eyes, that's anywhere that doesn't agree with him. His exact words were, he could call Gianni, who's phenomenal, and the games would be moved very easily. Right after that, FIFA issued a statement saying host city security decisions defer to the local governments, which might have sounded like a pushback, except that it totally isn't. Because FIFA said nothing about Trump's threats specifically. They deferred, they capitulated. They issued this bland PR statement while the President of the United States threatened to relocate internationally planned ticketed sporting events based on his personal opinion of these cities that are hosting them. And one city under threat is Foxborough in Massachusetts. It's the Boston area of the country. Boston, of course, one of the bluest cities in one of the bluest states, has pushed back strongly against Trump's ICE crackdowns. And Trump specifically has named Boston/Foxborough as one of the cities he might pull the games from. And Foxborough is currently asking who the heck is going to pay the millions of dollars in security funds that they're going to have to shell out just to have the games take place. And so far, all they've gotten is vague answers from FIFA or the federal government. Meanwhile, Gillette Stadium down in Foxborough is scheduled to host 7 World Cup matches, including a quarterfinal on July 9th. And those 7 games look like they're sold out. They represent over $1 billion in projected economic impact for the region. And fans around the world have bought tickets already, booked hotels, made plans. And yet the President of the United States and the President of FIFA are telling them, well, maybe not. Depends on how we feel about Boston. And I'm going to dig into Foxborough struggles in another video, so keep checking back on the channel. But here's what I keep coming back to with FIFA and with Trump. We have a man who fell asleep at his own Board of Peace meeting yesterday. A Board of Peace meeting where he invited the head of soccer. And I'm not editorializing, there's footage of this. And this is the same man. And he's the same man that is the reason for an international soccer tournament planned for years, with millions of tickets sold, and I know there's ticket cancellations that we're seeing. But it's now operating under a cloud of uncertainty, whether or not the games will even happen where everyone agreed they would because of his fragile little ego. And for Infantino, he has found a corruption buddy in Trump. And his calculation is that keeping Trump happy is easy when the world's biggest sporting event hangs in the balance. And look, maybe he's right. Maybe Trump signs off on everything and the World Cup goes off without a hitch and nobody complains. But the fact that we're even in this situation, where the head of FIFA has to wear the right color hat and bring the right gifts and laugh at the right moments just to protect a sporting event that was allegedly already agreed to with no problems, tells you everything that you need to know about how this administration and how FIFA operates. Doesn't it seem like our feeds are getting filled with more and more BS right-wing MAGA content? It's no secret that all these top tech bros are in love with the current regime, so it's no surprise that independent left-leaning media is being squashed by the algorithm. If you like our content and content like us, it doesn't take long to click that thumbs up, share, comment, or subscribe. So please help us keep the truth alive.